That's in X Squad and WSME. So I said, why not? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take you under my wing and let's do this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I heard that.
What's good with you, Robb? How you doing tonight?
Man, it's all greasy over here. We good. I'm glad to be here. You lead the show, sir. You do what you do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So anyway, man, let me see. We got a whole room of folks up in here, man. You know how it is. It's a whole room of folks, and they are, they up here in the building. They up here in the chat room filled up. So I'm going to give a quick, I'm going to do the shout out as fast as I can. But it's pretty full. I'm going to give a shout out to everybody. And then after that, me and you going to proceed. Hopefully by the time I'm done with these shout outs, other hosts will decide to appear with his grand audience. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my son's walking in the room talking about shout out me. Yeah, man. Shout out to my son Kyle. First off.
What's up?
16-year-old. What's good with you, man?
Nothing.
All right, you better be on that math. All right, exactly. We back here. All right, so right in the first in the room, we got DJ Queen up here, an X Squad affiliate. You definitely want to check her out on xsquadaffiliates.com. You can find musical mixes and blends from DJ Queen of all types of musical genres. You can find her Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's the time I go by. I know she has Central where she's at, but I go by the Eastern Standard. But you definitely want to check her out in her mixes. Very smooth blends, grooves, hip hop, R&B, blues, dance, reggae, man, everything. Definitely check her out. We got another X Squad affiliate straight from the 305. We got Miss Mocha Bella up in here, X Squad affiliate. What's good with you, Mocha, representing that Miami and South Florida area. And, dude, she got a little Caribbean in her and everything. What's good, Mocha? How are you? Shout out to, let's see, down the line. We got the Podcast Brother Podcast Network up in this piece. My man, Flaw 700. I'm sure that's him. What's good with you, brother? He is the technical arm and the founder of the Podcast Brother Network. You definitely want to check them dudes. That X Squad affiliates found everywhere where a podcast is found. But definitely xsquadaffiliates.com, iTunes, Spreaker, SoundCloud, their own mobile app, man, everywhere. Check them brothers out. They're doing their thing. With this, he's got several shows. He's got the Podcast Brother Show. He's got the 700 Block. And then his brother's got Fresco World Podcast. You know what I'm saying? So be sure to check them out. And he also has some other stuff, man, falling underneath the umbrella, man. Heard an excellent show the other morning that he dropped with Miss Mama Yoga, and it's an excellent show, very insightful show. The lady actually had a lot of knowledge on how to eat correctly and not eating out of emotion, so you definitely want to check that out. Let's see who else down the line. We got my man That Ninja checking in. He is a Real Cash Ranger, also a fellow WSME radio host here. You can catch That Ninja, man, several times a week on WSME. You can check him on Monday evenings. He actually comes on Monday evenings. I believe it's starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our end. And definitely log in, check that brother out. And he's got a lot of insights. The Underground Railroad show is the name of the show. And he also will come on Thursday evenings, I think a little bit before my show on his own. But definitely check him out. If you ain't listening to this, definitely listen to that. My man, That Ninja, he had an awesome show earlier today. Filling in for Doug today. He actually was the host of the Doug Stewart Show earlier today and did an excellent job. Pulled in excellent numbers. Had captivated attention. People were, I ain't going to say they ain't miss a beat. Because Doug listening like, hey, man, what you talking about? I'm a radio professional. But, hey, my man Ninja did his thing today. So shout out to Ninja for that. Let's see. We got Doug up in this piece. What's good, Doug? Welcome. He is the grandfather and the founder of this whole WSME thing. Man, one half of the Two Live Stews. My man Doug Stewart has a lot of radio background. Him and his brother have broken all kinds of barriers, especially color barriers when it comes to broadcasting for sports And if you haven't heard of the Two Live Stews, just look it up, Google it. You may remember them on ESPN. You might have heard them on radio. You know what I'm saying? They've been on X. They've been everywhere, man. They've been on all kind of affiliations and different networks. But the homie Doug Stewart is an integral part of this SME thing, and we are blessed to have him as the cornerstone and the founder of such a bestowed organization. Shout out to Regina Stone. She probably is a Queen family member, I believe, because I see the MCD supporter. So she's either Queen or Nunu. I could tell one of the family members. But shout out Regina, thank you for coming in, big time. Let's see who else going down the line. We got Miss Lady K. She's DJ Queen's cousin. Shout out to her. We got my man Sluggo, another X Squad affiliate. He's actually here in the building. He's the legal representation in the Business Mind X Squad. And I like to bounce a lot of things on that brother because, he has a lot of business acumen straight out of Georgia State. So he represents those Panthers. Hey, y'all got that new stadium coming downtown, man. Y'all taking over that old Brave Stadium. Awesome come up for Georgia State. Yo, my man, John Fisher, J Fish, the microwave is up in this piece, man. What's good, John Fisher, with Cooking with the Microwave show. You can find him exclusively on WSME right now. He's an X Squad affiliate, but you can find him on WSME several times a week, usually following Doug's show at 1 o'clock. I believe you can catch him on Tuesdays, maybe Wednesdays, and I think maybe it's 2 o'clock on maybe Wednesday, 1 o'clock on Tuesday, and then after Jeff Fox on Wednesday, like 2 o'clock. But they vice versa. Just keep listening to WSMEradio.com, and you'll catch one of those great programs. Let's see. Who else? Down the line. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I think we are getting close. My man Sin up in the building. What's good, Sin? Welcome. DJ Nunu up in here from the MCDE. What's up, Nunu? DJ Nunu is the other half of DJ Queen. She has her own musical blends and mixes. You can catch her throughout the week. She represents MCDE, and she has an excellent gospel show with Queen on Sunday mornings. They do an excellent mix and blend of gospel hits that you can check out. But through the week, you can catch all kinds of different types of musical genres. But follow her on Spreaker. That's DJ Nunu. Big ups to her. And thank you for always supporting. Let's see. My man Big L, another X Squad affiliate. Welcome, brother. Representing Arkansas, Little Rock, to be more specific. My man Big L. And let's see. Are we down the line? We can get started here, I believe. Let me see. Still going. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, we are. All right. Rob, what's good with you today, brother?
Well, it's all good on my end. I've been thinking about this all afternoon. I'm ready for you, sir. I'm going to try to be professional.
Hey, ain't none of us that. So it's all good. Just, you can loosen up, brother. You can loosen up.
Come on, dog. You can't say it like that now. I've been listening in when I get a chance. I think it's quite professional. And I just don't want to bring the level of the show, down any. I want to help keep it up versus taking it down.
Brother. We always appreciate that. Hey, so listen, you represent Charlotte right now, man. How is it there, man? That's my second home there, brother.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm coming up on four years here, and I really don't see myself moving back to the 757. It would be quite a catastrophe. Something major would have to take place for me to do that. But I'm loving it here in Chocolate City #2.
So what you saying, man, is you would not go back home. All that good, beautiful water where we from, representing 757, and you would not do it, you saying?
I don't think so. I mean, I love the 757. No problems there. I own up to where I'm from. I love it. I go home as often as I can. But as far as where I am in my middle-aged life right now, I'm liking Chocolate City right now. I am. It's been great out here. It's been awesome, fantastic.
Hey, that's a good thing, brother. That's a good thing. I mean, like I said, Charlotte they call it Little Atlanta, man. Or you know what I mean? It's very similar how we were probably in the, I don't know, early 2000s, late 90s, very similar. So it's got that same. What do you say? It's gonna have the same path, probably. You know what I'm saying, and grow and become an international city and all that other stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? I see good things for Charlotte.
I
So
hope so. That the whole climate out here has changed a little bit, with some recent events, but I can see that for the most part, it's a mingled, mixed city, and it seems like there's a lot of folks here getting along pretty well, and I'm hoping that all of our people, begin to have some type of larger unity taking place out here, where we
right?
can really get some things moving in some really great directions. More for us than for any other community.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense. And it's a different type of place, man. Charlotte is a really interesting place for.
Oh,
I think my man
oh yeah.
Cedric Galloway's from there too. I haven't seen him in here yet, but I know he's from that
Okay.
area too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on Charlotte? You've been here back and forth here longer than I've lived here.
My thought is, I like the place. I just feel as far as African Americans, like where we are, like you're there, you know what I'm saying? As far as that
Yeah.
scene, it's just not fully cultivated yet. You mean y'all have, not to say y'all don't have African Americans, not to say you don't have cultural events, but I
Right.
just feel like the African Americans there have not stepped up fully to their fullest potential. You know what I'm saying? They're still like, they feel like, hey man, I don't know, man, you need to go and be quiet about that, man. You talking too loud. It's like they
Yeah.
got that
Yeah.
mentality, like, man.
Yeah.
They don't have that pride. Like we got that pride. We black down here, we know it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not
Yeah.
that. It's not there like that there
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. This is what I would like to describe as the bourgeois African American community. Very subtle, very quiet, not quite in the sunken place. Shout out to the movie, but still kind of on the lower docile end, kind of just trying to go along to get along. And that's what I was talking about. If we could do something, we had a great place out here called Delta's. Had you ever visited Delta's restaurant?
No, where's that at?
Well, it used to be Uptown. It was an upscale African American restaurant. People in there our age, it wasn't a whole bunch of sagging pants or anything like that. Great restaurant, great food, and it went out of business almost as fast as it begun. And the word around town was that the owner wasn't paying the rent where he was at. He had a nice space uptown,
Okay.
and and the story was from the guys that I was working with at the time was that there was that first year I was here. He said whenever we get something nice like this uptown, they run us out. So we don't have that cohesion, a good strong base of people, in our community to keep things moving forward for us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Charlotte, the major event is CIAA.
Oh, please don't take me there.
CIAA, bro. It. I'm hearing that it's a shell of itself now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people call it the grown folks Freaknik. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My man Cole is up in here too, man. He talking
I
about
see that.
Delta was nice with live jazz. So it's a shell of itself out here now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It. Number one, I know people had bad taste of in their mouths as far as places overcharging. You know what I mean? The hotels overcharging and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I know people probably like, you know what? They ain't getting no more of my money. So that's probably what happened, I'm sure.
Well, I have a different take on that.
Cole said something else too.
Yeah, okay. I went year before last. Me and my son checked out a couple games, and I'm sad to say this, but the arena was, sparsely populated. We had tickets for like the upper level.
Right.
We were actually able to sit almost courtside,
right?
Because of the lack of people there. Now, this was an 11 o'clock tip-off, and we parked and we walking downtown to get to the arena, and one of the clubs, I'm not going to name it, but one of the clubs was lit 11 o'clock in the morning, and that's where everybody was at. So it's about, like you said, that adult
day parties.
yeah.
The home of the day party.
Yeah. So we had me and my son in the stadium, and we're there with the older alumni crowd.
Yeah.
proudly wearing their school's colors, proudly supporting their schools, the cheerleaders, the pep rally kids, and the extra athletes. That's it.